Hi folks, Rob here with Event Rental Systems, and today we're going to talk about how the system can be used for an indoor facility. In this case, we're going to be using Knockerball, which is often a delivery model, but can also be used indoors, and this would also apply to any indoor family entertainment center model that you'd like to do as well. Although the equipment is maybe even the same equipment that you would use to deliver, because it's at a fixed facility, quite a few things change in your business model from what you're going to ask them during checkout versus your surveys and other places. And it also affects how you want to approach the marketing and search engine optimization on your website. So I'm going to be touching on some of that while we go through the big process of just changing the actual checkout process. So let's start by going to the front of the website. Now we're using a traditional delivery type website for this example. It's been set up for an indoor facility, so all that would need to be left to do is to change out some of these videos and pictures. So I'm going to go ahead and go to play. And you'll notice that we have the system set up to do open play on Tuesdays only, at which point these party packages are not available, and conversely, Open Play is not available on the other days of the week where these party packages are available. And we can set this up in any number of different ways, but the general idea is that when you're working with an indoor facility, you want to optimize your party times. It's not like a delivery business where often you allow them to pick any time that they want. In this case, you're going to tell them what times that they can pick. So in this particular party package, we set up 2-hour time slots, and I'll show you once I pick the date here. You'll see that we already have a party booked in the morning, and I'm going to go ahead and add another one right here from 1 to 3, and that will block out all the rest of these party times so that you're not overbooking your facility, but it also keeps things running efficiently so that you can offer parties every 2 hours like we did on this one, or every hour and a half. Any way that you would like to set it up for your facility, we can do that with our setup process. So these are required add-ons. You may be familiar with these already. This is where it says you get 4 balls, pick up to 4. So you'll see that I can no longer pick any more large balls because I've already got a total of 4 balls in the cart. So that keeps people from overbooking certain items that you have in your inventory. And the suggested add-ons in one of these models are going to change. So this is an example where in an indoor facility you might offer Coke or pizza or hot dogs, any number of things that you would not be able to offer if you were delivering. But you can still have the suggested add-ons come up with extra players, things like that if you're charging by the player. And we can pick the size for that as well. Click Submit. And now we go to the checkout process. And when we go to the checkout process, you'll notice that there's a difference, which is normally on a delivery model, you'd have cart, customer information right here. Then you would have event information, like where is the party going to be? Is it at a church? And we're going to skip that whole thing. We're going to take that out, put it all onto this page, and then go straight to pay. So with a delivery business model, you would have an extra page for event information. We take that out to make things less confusing when you're using it for an indoor facility. So let me do a little editing magic. Okay, now that we have the customer information entered in, we can ask any additional questions that we'd like. And of course, these are going to be dependent on your particular business model, whether you offer other activities, if you want to bring food or not allow food, any number of things. So we can say, yes, we're bringing our own cake and ice cream, and that's going to add a $10 charge. Or you can do it the other way around, any way you want. In this particular case, we have it set up so that you can tell them what type of event you're doing. But this could be what is the age of the birthday child. It could be anything you want. Same thing with any of our normal checkout processes, and if you have questions on that, you can always check out some of our other videos. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to the pay page where we made it real simple. It's simply submit with no payment. And we're all done. So let me talk about some of the things that change between an indoor and a delivery business model. Some of those things are found in the back end. So let me switch back to our management area, and you'll know that in our automatic messages where we send these prepayment letters, pre-rental reminders, all these things really change if you want to optimize it for an indoor facility. For example, when you send out a survey, it might be where the facility's clean, was the party host nice, where if you're on a delivery business model, your questions are going to be, were we on time? Was the equipment in good condition? It's going to be different questions. Your reminder to come back the next year might be phrased a little differently as well. And the pre-rental reminders can also change. For a backyard party, you're going to say things like, please make sure your backyard doesn't have any dog poop in it. Where for the facility reminders, you're going to be asking different questions, or make sure that they bring closed-toed shoes, whatever your particular requirements are. So all of those things change, but you also have to remember that people are searching for different things, whether they're wanting a party at your facility or at their house. So that means that you really need to change the text and the phrasing on your website as well. So for this reason, we really recommend that you don't try to squish both the delivery and the indoor facility into one website if you offer both services. We actually recommend that you have two websites that link to each other. That way you can optimize the search engine for that particular business model, and the checkout process will make sense for both businesses, and all your follow-up letters, surveys, and everything else also make sense, and they're optimized for the particular type of business that they are interacting with at that time. So I hope that helps give you an idea as to how it can go down for an indoor facility. We have tons of flexibility in the system, and if you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out to our tech support team. They can always help you out. Thanks, and we'll see you on the next video.